Pickaxe.
Hello and welcome to YOMP. Hello, yes, this is YOMP speaking. How may I help you? This is Ye Old Movie Podcast. It's the only movie podcast that exists on the entirety of the internet. And I am one of your hosts, Simon, Mr. Lane, the Diggy Hole Honeydew. And with me is the ever fragrant G-Star Games.
Hello, I'd like to call and ask you about your car extended warranty.
My car got cubed.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Hello, I'm G-Star Games. Welcome to the podcast. I am your other female host. And joined with me, by me, for me.
Every time.
I don't know what's going on. Joined with me is Bouphe.
Hi, I'm Bouphe, also known as Sophie. You can call me anything you like.
Oh.
I don't mind. Anything you like. Anything at all.
You're a worm. You're a pathetic worm, Bouphe.
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Yes, I would.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to YOMP, where this week we are talking about another film, which is my pick this week. And what a pick.
What a pick it was.
I'm excited to share this with everybody. It needs more space in everybody's minds, I think. It needed more airtime on the universe, you know?
Yeah.
It feels like it's an overlooked film. When I checked what the box office was, I was like, eee.
Yeah. It made me a bit sad.
Well, I feel like it's just not a it's not like a cinema film.
What film is this?
Yeah, we're just not going to say the title of the film at all.
What film is this?
This film is An Evening with Beverly, Luff, Linn. That's two words, not Loughlin. It's Luff, Linn.
It's just
now. What did you think that this film was going to be like? Who did you think Beverly Loughlin was going to be?
The girl.
Yeah.
I 100% thought Audrey Plaza was going to be Beverly Loughlin.
Yeah. And she's not, but Aubrey Plaza is in this film. And did you think that she played a good play there?
Yeah, I thought everyone was amazing. Like all the actors were fantastic.
What a cast! Yeah. There's a cast of quite well-known names. Some actors you may have seen in The Greasy Strangler, and nothing else, and some real fucking weirdos that
it's played perfectly. In my
I love
humble opinion.
So many of the people in this film, like as actors, because you've got Craig Robinson, Jermaine Clement. I love Matt Berry. Could listen to that man.
Yes, I forgot Matt was in this.
Oh my
actually.
God, I could listen to him talk about anything. He is amazing.
Brilliant.
The sound of his voice.
Brilliant
Father from the IT crowd.
Oh my God.
What did you expect from this film? Did you have any pre-expectations of it?
I thought it was going to be like an oldie film, like your standard period set film, which was like 70s 80s, which is not that far off, but it's
stylized,
but it's more modern.
It's 2018. This film.
I know. I was shocked.
I think it's the most recent film Booph's ever watched.
No, she watched that Charlie. No, what's that film with the doll? Charles and Brian.
Brian and Charles.
Oh.
The doll, the robot.
Yeah.
I've watched new films. I'll have you know. I've watched many
As she
films in my
grasps at
time.
her VHS tapes from the 80s.
I've watched newer films. I chose this film because I realised partway through why I chose it. It's like, have you ever seen them interviews that Letterboxd does, where it's like, could you name 4 films to get to know you? Right?
Oh my god.
dear.
This would be one of the films.
That's, I don't know. Is that good?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
This is-
I just think that it
Right.
speaks. It's. I resonate with it.
Yeah.
I vibe with this film.
As soon as it started, or at least like a couple minutes in, I was like, yeah, this is definitely a Bouphe film. Because it's just
Yeah.
random and like you don't know what's going on. It's super absurdist. The acting is
Yeah.
like so awkward and everything's dramatized and exaggerated. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
There's a couple of quotes from the director which I think helps explain things a bit. He describes the movie as a mysterious man comes to a small town to perform a mysterious event, and everybody is fascinated by him, and everybody is in love with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think that's a good summation of what the film is.
It is.
And he also said, when I'm making films, there's that kind of English thing. You think of Monty Python or old comedy like The Young Ones or even Alan Partridge or Chris Morris.
What?
It's making people feel uncomfortable or enjoying other people's awkwardness or tragedy.
I mean,
And again, I think that really nails
That's
it.
just
It
British
does nail it.
humor in a nutshell.
I didn't know that he reflected on things like The Young Ones and Alan Partridge and stuff and Monty Python. Because I mean, maybe that's another reason why I enjoy it. Because he got it.
He is a British director,
Yeah,
a
he
British
is.
man.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yeah. No,
hell. I don't know anything. I just watch films and I just go, yeah, that's
I looked
cool.
it up last night. And you could tell. You could definitely tell that because obviously you've got like the mix of British and you've got American actors in it as well, but they're all like a lot of sitcom actors in this. But you could see the English and the British influence and a lot of the jokes. Like anytime anyone's telling a story, you're like waiting for the punchline and you're just like,
it never
it never happens. And you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's
Oh my god.
It
Colin
turns out
stories.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy like this weird, absurdist kind of movie where nothing really generally happens.
pretty much, yeah.
And it's just kind of like you're along for the ride and it's really fucking weird. And there was a couple of films that I wanted to add to my list that are similar to this, but I don't want to subject you to them straight away just yet, you know?
Oh my god.
Have
The
you
thing is, I kind of anticipated that the evening itself either was never going to happen or it would just be like incredibly underwhelming,
Uh-huh.
right? I kind of got the humor that it was going to go that way.
No, I honestly thought like something was actually going to happen. I genuinely thought like
Oh my
there was going
God.
to be something, but he is just a MacGuffin, really. The character himself.
MacGuffin?
He's a MacGuffin.
He's a McMuffin.
He's a
He's a
MacGuffin.
MacGuffin.
Have you heard of Quentin? I don't know how to pronounce it. Quentin Dupieux, aka Mr. Wazzo, who went into doing films. Simon.
I don't think so, no.
He does films very similar. Have you heard of Rubber
Oh, yes.
and Mandibles?
That was him. Right. So so that's the tire that chases
Yeah.
after people, Rubber.
Yeah, it's a killer
I was trying
tire.
to think of how to describe it.
It's just a killer
so
tire.
straightforward. Like, that's it. That's the film.
Mandibles
It's just that.
is another one of these weird fucking films where it's just surreal and nothing really happens, but they find this giant fly and they think they can make money off it. They just take it around with them. They haven't got any money, you see, and they like stay at somebody's house, but it eats their dog, and it's so fucking weird. But like that's the kind of film I enjoy. Just like this sort of what is going on with this weird shit shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I haven't seen this film in a couple of years, but every time I put it on, I enjoy it. My friends enjoy it, which is good, really, considering. You know, they tolerate me, and they tolerate my likes,
I don't think
my wishes.
it's definitely not a bad film. It's just it's a particular type of film that has a certain humor that, you know, it's got that awkwardness about it.
I'm already looking forward to how we're going to rate this, because I mean,
there's a lot to admire about it, which is the weird thing. It's got a lot of really good qualities, but there's just certain things that just takes it a couple notches, a couple points down for me.
Yeah,
it's a weird film, and I mean, on Rotten Tomatoes, it's very divided.
But like 33, I think.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, a lot of people just outright hate it, and a lot of people just absolutely adore it.
The people who absolutely adore it are the ones who love that kind of weird, absurdist cinema. And, you know, it's like your Napoleon Dynamite, your Twin Peaks.
yes.
You know, it's kind of like that sort of genre that it trying to fit into.
It's definitely like Napoleon Dynamite, but taken a little bit further into weirdness, you know, because it's got that vibe of like stillness, and it's like if you're trying to describe a dream to somebody.
Yeah.
But in film.
Yeah.
And
like, in some ways, it's very realistic, but in other ways, it's just so weird and out there.
It is.
And it's odd being able to like mix those two things together and have it work.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I do recommend that people watch it, because I find it just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I sure hope everyone listening has watched it.
Yeah, it's available. It's not an expensive rental on Prime Video, is it?
No, it was on Netflix at one point.
£2.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
I can't believe it.
It's on YouTube. It's on Amazon Prime Video. You can buy it. It's not expensive. But yeah.
Yeah. So, shall we get into it? Shall we do some descriptions? We start off. Let's go. It's me, Bouphe. We start off in a diner. It's a diner. It's Bob's Diner, I think.
It's not really a diner. It's a coffee shop. But
it's a coffee shop that looks like a diner.
It is 100% a diner. Yeah.
It's one of those bland sort of like, it's very, very clinical, and there's not many people there. There's like always just one or two people in one of the booths. And Aubrey Plaza is playing Lulu. She works there. She's got a fantastic jumper on, and I used to have one similar.
I knew it.
And I love her hair.
Yeah, her hair
her
hair is fabulous in the movie.
Hair, makeup, and wardrobe in this film is really good. Hers is definitely.
Yeah.
And then there's Shane Danger, who is the manager of Bob's. He's really mad because Tyrone got the wrong coffee blend.
Right from the off, we know he's a dick.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's doing the weird sort of Jack Black.
He does look like Jack Black, doesn't he?
Acting. It's definitely the style of acting that he's taken on board.
Yeah. But he looks like a thinner version of him too. But he also has the mannerisms and the style of acting with the hand.
The eyes, definitely.
Yeah, the facial expression, the eyes
and eyebrows. He's like a toned down, reasonable Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yes.
Emile Hirsch.
But he's not reasonable at all in this film. He's
no.
He's really angry that Tyrone got the wrong coffee blend. And then you've got Carl.
Carl does some body popping. And it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
But Lulu loves, like, she's pretty nice to Carl. She's smiling and saying, "Are you breakdancing, Carl?" He says, "Yes, it's body popping." And it's not really. He's just sort of doing a weird robotic dance.
Kind of robotically flapping, I think.
Yeah. The guy comes in and walks uncomfortably close to Lulu, stands right in front of her.
He could have walked around her, but he like almost walked into her, forcing her to squeeze out of his way.
Literally,
Yeah.
It's very weird.
He was very
I think it's supposed to showcase that he's human resources. He looks like a fucking serial killer, and
he's a creep.
and
He's got
it's just
the hair
Oh.
is fantastic. He's like balding, and he's got a few wispy bits of hair that are very long, but they've stood them up on end.
yeah.
I know. This film has got so much character in just the hair
Yes.
of everyone. It's astonishing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He's from HR, and he's already getting uncomfortably close to people, which shows you what kind of business this is. He's from the higher ups in Bob's, and there's a very swift movement. He orders a cappuccino first of all, and then he asks to see the manager, and they've got one of those swinging doors that you get in like kitchens, like a saloon door almost.
Yeah.
And he walks. Tyrone goes to get Shane, and he walks into the door, and then as the door swings out, Shane comes out, which I really enjoyed.
It's very smooth.
It's very swift and smooth. And HR's asking him to fire someone because of reasons. Ooh, he's got to fire someone, and it's better to be someone else other than him. So he fires Lulu.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
Well, we don't even know at that point that they're married either.
The next scene is them at home at dinner, and they've got spaghetti and meatball.
Comically large
True. I put that
fucking
down.
meatball in the middle.
I put that down as well. Spaghetti and meatball.
And it's just one massive meatball in the middle of the spaghetti.
Yeah.
And she says she's not mad, but she still puts a cigarette out on the meatball and goes away.
She's not mad though. She's woman mad.
She's not mad. She's not just mad.
And then
she's always smoking.
she is,
by the way.
like a fucking chimney. My God.
I would be too, to be honest, if I was in this situation, because Shane is really creepy. There's a bit where they're getting ready for bed. She's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's in his pants, and he puts his leg on the
pants,
like
speedo, fucking speedo underwear.
Tiny little wife
budgie
type.
smuggler, little.
Yeah. He puts his leg on the counter to block her in. And she turns
Very
the light.
seductive.
She turns the light off as she leaves, and he makes a comment like, "Oh, great, thanks, sweetie. I'm gonna have to make my way to bed in the dark." Like,
you can
there's a lot of really unnecessary lines in this film that people say, and it's great, and I love it. And he gives her $5 for fun. Get a cinnamon swirly thing, She's watching TV.
She's watching something very weird on TV, and I got no idea what it is, but it looks a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
I couldn't tell if it was like a puppet or something.
It looked like a puppet of some sort. But she later complains about the TV being shit.
Yeah, she's at work that day. Is it Tyrone that asked, or is it Carl that asks, "Are you going to have problems with your marriage now that you've fired your wife?"
Yeah.
And he says, "No, I'm not going to have problems with my marriage." He's really angry all the time, is Shane?
Yeah, he's super intense, super on edge, always wants to seem like he's in control.
And it takes him 25 minutes to have a shit as well, which is like...
Hashtag relatable,
IBS?
Simon?
Who shits for 25 minutes? Says Carl.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a bit of alone time, He's just
25 minutes of company time, taking a shit.
Yeah, man. So he's telling Lulu that they told him to fire her specifically. He's lying.
Which is a lie.
No, he said it was either him or her, or him and her, or something. Like
it was either both of them or just the girl. And he said, "I had to fire you.
Otherwise, yeah.
So one of us would have a job." And she was like, really mad because the telly was too small, and she wants a bigger TV so she can sit on her ass as it gets fatter and flatter, and then they need a new settee.
Dramatic.
Yep. And he's making them a cappuccino at home, and they've got a pump to get the foam for the cappuccino. which is like, that just shows the level of kind of like...
He takes coffee very seriously.
He does.
And he's anally retentive about it.
Yes. And they're talking about her brother, Ajay, who has lots of money in his cash box. And he's a vegan, which is mentioned throughout. And Shane can't believe that Ajay has any money. That skinny, what was it? That skinny vegan doesn't have any money or something like that.
It's so weird that they emphasize that it's a cash box that has all of this money inside.
Because it's that's very 80s and 90s, a cash box.
I'm not even sure when this movie is set. It feels very 70s.
It's probably borderline 70s, 80s, because her outfits are very 80s, I would say.
Yeah.
But the cash box thing is, it's old school. Like,
they didn't have bank accounts in the 80s.
Yeah. He says, if anyone needs me, I'll be in the bath. And I'm like, yeah, I totally relate to that. If anyone needs me.
Yeah, like she's the only person in the fucking house. And he's like, if anyone needs me. It's like, don't.
But she sees on the TV, there's this advert. And it's enthralling. Beverly Luff Linn for one night only. One magical night only. She
it's
seems...
Daryl from The Office.
I love
It's Daryl from The
Daryl
Office.
from The Office.
So that's Beverly. Beverly's a man.
And he has glowing eyes.
And he's famous for something, but he's only doing one magical night only. And she goes into she's got a little secret box, a box of memories in her underwear drawer, and she's got photos of her and Beverly together. Meanwhile, Shane's still going on about Ajay's cash box while in the bath, saying he can't have that much money. And he's like, oh yeah, it does. So obviously, he's doing something. He's thinking of something.
He's planning.
Yeah, it's really, really got into him that the vegan has more money saved up.
Yeah, even though he saves too,
Yeah.
So what do, Simon?
We get the shot of Tyrone, Carl, and Shane in a car, all wearing these awful bob wigs. They're like bob haircuts. And there's like a blonde one, a bright red one, and like a black one or something.
Charlie's Angels. Look at the
Doesn't
colour
match
scheme.
them at all. It's very unconvincing. Two of them put sunglasses on. Carl's already wearing glasses. So it's like they're in disguise.
And their disguise is not to do anything but put a wig on.
Yeah.
And some sunglasses.
And we see that Shane's got a fucking gun. So
yeah.
So something... Maybe they're going to rob someone. I can't think who they would be robbing. The license plate of the car says Bubbles on it because coffee, bubbles.
Yeah, foam. I guess
There's a motif of license plates for the film.
Yeah.
I thought Tyrone said like a secret passphrase to Ajay, who is running this store, and he says, "Take me to the grains of paradise." And I thought that was like a code. And he was going to show him like drugs or something.
Oh, yeah, it did sound like drugs. But they went through the plan beforehand saying, you ask him for the grains of paradise, he'll take you to the back of the store where the spices are.
Yeah,
and then he can
grains of paradise are a spice. And on the shelf with them is Zing Zong Toads, Big Nong's, what is it? Noodler, I think it read. And broccoli droppings. Very weird. Weird shit. Obviously, they had to make all these...
Making fun of vegan stuff, I guess?
Maybe.
I mean, I think his shop is called Ajay's Amazing Naturals.
Which makes you think of breasts.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, grains of paradise is actually a plant that's related to ginger. The seeds are used as spice and as medicine.
I refuse to believe that it's real. Are you telling me that Zing Zong Toads are real as well now?
People... Zings on toads.
Zing Zong Toads.
Zings... Zing Zong?
Zing Zong.
Right.
Like ding dong. But Zing Zong.
I don't think that's a real thing.
I don't think that's real at all.
No, but you can use it for conditions such as diarrhea, heart disease, obesity, and many others.
Unsubscribe.
But there is no good
Spice
scientific
facts.
evidence.
Oh,
How does it work? Chemicals in the seeds of the grains of paradise seem
Oh
to
my
decrease
God.
swelling and kill certain bacteria and help burn body fat. There is no scientific evidence to support this.
Of course there isn't. So when I saw Ajay, I was like, I fucking know him from something.
He's
I know
brilliant,
him.
isn't he?
I know him from the Greasy Strangler. He's the
Wonderful.
fucking tourist guy, the
Wonderful.
Indian guy, obviously. But yeah, he was in the Greasy Strangler. I was like, holy shit,
He's got ginger hair in this.
which is wonderful, just wonderful.
Yes.
And he has such an amazing voice. He
He's-
kind of shouts his lines a lot.
He screeches sometimes and he has a lisp and he does this very stilted, like,
Unnatural
delivery.
dialogue.
Yeah, it's very strange, but
Yeah. Like he's an alien trying to speak English.
They're all
Fit in.
aliens in this movie. All of them are weird.
they might actually. He says to Tyrone, "Your face is very shiny," and he says, "Yes, my family has thyroid,"
My family has thyroid.
and that's it. That was so. Anyway, he takes him to the grains of paradise, and Shane steals the cash box during
And
this
it's a
time.
very weird looking cash box. It's like furry.
It's furry. It's got a face.
It's got a face. Is it because Ajay's a vegan?
Don't
No,
know.
it's just quirky.
Yeah.
It's like a girl with her diary and they put stickers all over it. So he put fur on his lockbox, I guess.
Yeah.
But he recognizes Shane because obviously he's his brother-in-law.
Mhm.
In a shit
So-
disguise of sunglasses and a completely fake looking wig.
So they escape, and then Ajay stands outside his store making waving his arms in front of each other and screeching. He calls.
He's
He goes,
upset.
"Ah!"
I love it.
upset.
I love his random screams. His little
And,
outbursts at the end that he's not even in the vicinity and he's just still yelling at him as he's like
Yeah.
driving away.
Lulu buys her cinnamon bullshit. That's
Oh.
what the man calls
Yeah,
it.
from the very strange baker.
She's still looking. There's another advert for Beverly Luff Linn in this bakery,
Mm.
and she's so distracted.
She stares at it with like barely contained lust,
Longing.
almost. Yeah. She wants to kiss that poster.
I do too.
So she's lost in like this reverie, staring at Beverly Luff Linn's picture, and the baker brings her back to the real world by singing cinnamon swirly in this really weird way as he does like these strange hand gestures. Very creepy.
Normal for bakers in that town, though.
Yeah, I guess so. She leaves and then he says cinnamon bullshit.
Yeah.
Just another weird little fucking character. It's very like Twin Peaks. These strange throwaway characters.
Yeah, loads of throwaway characters that get one or two scenes and not much to do. But we go back and we switch to Ajay is in the laundrette.
His pants.
He's in his pants. He's standing in his pants in the laundrette and he's speaking to a man called Valerie, I
Yeah.
think. And he's really angry because Shane stole my fucking cash box.
Oh my god, she's doing the accent.
It's just so good. He swears all the time. Every other word
Fucking.
is fuck.
I want my
And,
fucking money. It's kind of like the Big Lebowski, but like,
My fucking money,
where's my fucking money,
Lebowski.
Lebowski?
But he's on about getting his cousin Poonie to get him. But there's a man that overhears this conversation who has long hair.
It's
And
fucking Jermaine Clement.
Jermaine Clement.
And I was like, oh my god, I didn't know he was in this film. What the fuck? It was a wonderful reveal.
The Flight of the Conchords, man, or whatever.
Yeah.
And
The one and the same.
One and the same.
he's a hired gunman. He's a professional gunman, apparently.
No, or
Whatever.
a man with a gun, more like it.
Yeah, he's a man who owns a gun, who just happens to be in laundry. He's like, I'm new in town. But he says, forget Cousin Pooney, because he'll sort out. And he says, can you blow out his fucking kneecap? And he said, I'll blow out both his kneecaps.
And all for $200 as well. That's good value.
Well,
It's $100 a kneecap.
For the 80s. I assume it's the 80s. Probably it's a lot of money.
We don't know when this film is set. It's deliberately vague.
Yeah, but
I think it's a reasonable price.
yeah.
Oh, Valerie has a coughing fit as well.
Oh, yes. Poor Valerie.
Which just goes on and on and on.
Not as long
And
as
on.
the fucking coughing fit later on in the movie.
There is, Tyrone's mother.
Fuck.
We see that one.
Yeah.
That is
Hell.
astonishing. My God.
So Shane's having a party because he got the cash box, didn't he? He's having a party with Carl and Tyrone in his house, and Colin's outside in his car, and he says, okay, it's time to open the glove box, Colin. That's how we learn his name, is Colin, as well. He talks to himself and says, it's time to open the glove box, Colin.
He has to psych himself up to do things.
Yeah.
Same.
Character trait.
And he rings the bell, and Lulu's sitting outside.
She
Just
was right
smoking.
where he was sneaking around like a second before. She just appeared
Yeah.
out of nowhere, smoking again.
I don't know why. I mean, I guess it was part of the plot there, but she smokes like a chimney inside. So I found it amusing. She was outside smoking. But I guess she just didn't want to be near Shane. Just wanted some silence away from him before she had to go inside and listen to him.
Carl's a really good dancer, though. Like, he's doing his body popping again.
Oh, Jesus.
So Colin rings the doorbell.
Oh, Colin's license plate says sizzling, by the way.
Oh, does
Sorry,
it?
sizzling.
Sizzling. I didn't notice
Sizzling.
that.
What a chat.
He sees them hide the cash box behind the settee sofa. And when Shane answers the door, he's like, who are you? And she's like, are you the party man? Are you going to let the party man in? So they both go inside, and it's very strange. He makes them a drink. It's the most fucking disgusting looking drink I've ever seen.
It's like chocolate milkshake or something, but it's got like Maltesers put on top, I think.
Yeah.
He says it's a speciality. I like that they have some really weird paintings in this film as well. There's one of like a sawmill in Shane's living room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, above the couch.
It looks like a TF2 map.
It does. It does.
Of course. Tyrone comments it looks like a shit shake. Nobody knows Colin. Like, I thought you knew him. I thought you knew him.
So who invited him? What are you...
Who invited him? So Colin just pulls a gun and says he wants the cash box. Give me the cash box. Lulu, seeing this whole happening, he's given the cash box. Lulu then takes the gun by grabbing his balls, and then pours crisps over Shane as well, which is
not just
quite
any
good.
crisps.
Paprika?
Paprika Ridge chips,
Oh, lovely.
which are also in the Greasy Strangler, the same brand of chips.
Same
The
universe?
cinematic
Yeah.
universe.
Same universe.
Yeah. So Lulu's holding up Colin and makes them go to his car.
They're going on an adventure.
By being in the same town.
Do you like adventures? And he's like, yeah. You promise? You're like, I love that. You promise. They're not taking the cash box back to Ajay. They're going on an adventure, and they drive to a hotel.
It's a mock Tudor hotel.
I like it. It
Looks like something in Stratford upon Avon.
The inside is like just one of those incredibly old hotels that's never been properly updated.
One of those places that if you stay in, like, this year, it'll still smell of smoke everywhere.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love
You
the
know.
way it looks. It's such a beautiful It's
quite relaxing atmosphere.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
These
character.
places fucking stink. These
They
old
do.
fucking hotels stink.
They are all over Blackpool as well, that haven't been updated since the 80s because nobody has the money. And then there's like old people just sitting around in the lobby waiting to die.
Wow.
They like live in these hotels.
They do, and they have these things called turkey and tinsel, which is like when they have Christmas in the middle of the year or in October because they don't think they're going to survive to Christmas. That's how that's what that is.
Oh
So
Lord!
they celebrate Christmas like just randomly. So yeah, visit the Norbreck Castle Hotel in Blackpool to get.
Don't go there.
Don't.
Never.
It's absolutely fantastic. They run that like this Play Expo retro convention, and so people just complain about how awful the hotel is. It's so good.
But this is the Morehouse.
This is the Morehouse, and it's where Beverly Luff Linn conveniently is performing and staying
For one night only.
For one night only, and you can see with the cardboard cutout with LED eyes.
Yeah, the glowing eyes. It's very strange.
There's like a speaker on the front of it as well, but you never see that at work.
No, sadly.
She asked for 2 twins beds
Yeah.
for a room.
She didn't know how to say it, like attorneys general and passers-by.
Is it
She
2
got
twins
confused.
beds or 2 twin bed? And this is something that I find coming up throughout this film as well. They put the letter S on the end of words all the time, where it doesn't need to be.
Oh my god, that's what I do. What the fuck?
They do
Sure.
it more often though. And she asks Colin for a massage, and they talk a little bit about how Ajay wouldn't come to get the cash box because he had panic attacks due to choking on too much breast milk. And Colin said, I didn't know that could happen. What, choking on breast milk? No, choking on too much breast milk. It's a very weird little conversation.
Oh, holy shit. So good. That's up there. I think my other favourite story is the one about pooping in candy that we get later. These are like my 2 favourite kind of weird conversations or anecdotes. Like, what a strange thing to say, though, isn't it?
There's a lot of
So
brilliant
odd.
conversations.
Oh, and Lulu says that she's going to take a bath. Why don't you watch TV? Which I thought was quite funny.
It's a very good line. And the camera then pans out to reveal that he has an erection.
Oh, was
I didn't
that?
even notice.
Oh my god!
I didn't even notice.
I did
Holy
notice,
shit.
but no, he turned to his side. Yeah, there was an
Oh,
erection.
Colin.
I've got the movie playing to my left, so I
Yeah.
can see, and
It was something that I noticed the first time and I completely forgot. And then this time watching it, I was like, has he got a fucking erection? So I rewound it to check.
Oh my god.
So we go to another scene now with Matt Berry leaving a petrol station.
Housewife's favourite Matt Berry.
God, I did used to absolutely fucking love him. Biggest crush.
really,
Don't know what it is.
I
manly
get
voice,
it. I do
the
get
beard.
it.
Yeah, I think it's the voice and just the general, but then, I don't see it anymore. I've grown up. It was one of those things, when you watch The Mighty Boosh, right? When I was younger, I was into Noel Fielding. And then I grew up a bit and got into Julian Barrett. That shows you growing
what the
up.
fuck?
I don't
Oh,
fucking
it's
know.
like if you're a guy and you're a kid, or it's
Yeah.
like a teen, you're into tits, but then you grow up and then you're into asses.
I don't know. I find
It's the same
myself
thing.
being attracted to when I'm the opposite of you, Bouphe. So I'm finding myself being attracted to people who I would never have thought in a million years. Like, you find yourself being attracted to the dads of characters when you were growing up.
Yeah.
You're attracted to
G-Star Games is turning 30 next month.
My
Just-
goodness me.
Just a little note there for listeners.
I don't know what's
She's reaching
happening.
her prime.
I don't know what's happening, man. I'm looking
I'm getting old.
I am. But yeah,
We're all
I do
getting
see
old.
the appeal. Like I'm playing I'm playing GTA 5 at the moment and I'm attracted to Michael.
Oh no. I'm
He's very
afraid
rich.
it's too late for you.
It's not that he's rich. I don't know. I gave him longer hair and I'm like, oh, he's kind of attractive.
Oh,
He's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
have to have
attractive.
you put to sleep, G. Sorry. Sorry.
there's fine. You know, I'm into Trevor, so it's fine.
Oh my God.
Nice, Boo.
Is it the neck tattoo?
The cut here.
It's just the general hillbilliness of. There's someone for everyone,
Yeah.
you know. So Matt Berry, who plays the man called Rodney, is bringing things to a car, and Beverly is in the car. It's a very little car, and what does the number plate say there, Simon?
Luffers.
Lovers. Love it. Where was I? He says, "Here's Din Din." And
Here's Din Dins. Here comes Din Dins. You buckled up.
And Beverly, throughout this whole film, right up until the end, only kind of growls
grunts
in a
lot.
yeah.
In my notes, I have put Frankenstein's monster growling moan.
Yeah,
Every time.
same.
So they're on the way to the one night only, the show. Ajay turns up at Shane's at Bob's diner, Bob's coffee shop,
God.
Bob's diner.
and he says, "Where's my fucking money, Shane? My fucking monies, Shane." And he says, "I don't know."
That is correct, though.
Some guy.
Monies is correct.
It can be.
It can be.
The first time I heard monies, I was like, why are they spelling it like this? And then I was told it's
Monies often refers to money coming in from multiple sources.
Oh.
And you refer to that as monies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you're saying, where's that money that you owe me?
Yeah, gotcha.
It's from one person.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, he says, well, why don't you track him down? Referring to Colin. He says, I can't because I'm a fucking vegan.
He doesn't have any.
He'd say, Colin is a double crossing shit. He just says, he just swears and shouts.
He swears. He's like, I can't fucking track him down because I'm a fucking vegan. And then Colin says something like, women are attracted to men's with guns. The gun is like a penis. And then Tyrone adds, the male penis.
Yeah, which is very woke.
Men's with guns.
I've
I've
just noticed there was a sign on the side as Lulu and Colin were getting out of the car after their like little shopping trip, and the sign with the newspaper, the Times Standard. Who exactly is the magical Luff Linn?
Oh,
So it is a question that people are.
Man of mystery.
They ask throughout. They don't know who he is, really.
I thought the movie's original title was "Who the fuck is Beverly Luff Linn?" because Shane yells it later on, and I thought that would be great for the name of the movie. So everyone's asking it.
Everyone's asking it. Colin doesn't know what's going on back in the hotel, but he's having a great time.
an
They're at the
adventure.
diner. This is the where they're eating at like the restaurant or at a diner.
Oh my god, the cheesy onions.
The cheesy onions
Colin's
were a good
eating.
choice.
He's just grabbing handfuls of it and just shoving it in his face. It's disgusting.
Saying, "Do you like cheesy onions?" He doesn't know what's going on, but he's having a great time, and she's messily eating a burger and saying that's fucking disgusting with a mouthful.
Yeah, she's got a mouthful of burger. That's fucking disgusting. It's like, yeah. They have an argument over whether Beverly is a man or a woman's name.
Yeah.
Colin's convinced that Beverly is a girl's name. He went to school with a girl named Beverly.
It's a Scottish name.
When he said that,
but Lulu is like, it's a manly name. It's a man's name.
When he said I went to
They have this argument.
the Scottish line, he said it's a Scottish woman's name or something. That got a genuine like laugh out of me because I just didn't expect him to say that.
It's very
There's a lot
good.
of
The
Scottish references in this.
There is.
There is. It's weird.
It's very strange. They argue about it for quite a long time.
It's awkward. It's a weird conversation. Like every conversation that they have has this weird fucking energy about it. Like it feels like they do not get on, but there's this weird tension between them. It's weird energy all round. With these
between
two.
Lulu and Colin?
Colin, yeah.
Yeah. It's like it feels like she likes him because she obviously wants him around.
Yeah.
But then like does and says and acts like she doesn't like him. Really strange.
She's very tsundere.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't tell her true feelings. But she needs to buy loads of outfits, so she takes Colin shopping as well. And that's when we see the newspaper there. I just wrote down here. Oh, they check into the hotel. That's the next bit. Beverly and Rodney von Donschlanger.
Brilliant name.
The name.
It's not his real name. I can't remember the actual name.
Von Donkensteiger.
Von Donkensteiger. My father was a German shepherd. What, like the dog? Yes, like the woof woof. He's wearing plaid golf gear, and he's only growling. Lulu spots him across the lobby and climbs up Colin like a koala up a tree. He tries to kiss her, and she just turns away. It's a very awkward little rejection.
He kind
thing.
of misinterpreted what she was doing.
Yeah.
It's like she was surprised and kind of shocked and in fear at seeing Beverly. I don't know. It had a reaction.
In person. And did he spot her back at that time? I don't know whether he did.
I don't think he did.
No. I think he might have done, but they go to the swimming pool and they're sitting in the jacuzzi.
I don't think he
Oh
does
my
spot
God.
her. No, it's only later, I think.
There's the wonderful scene where we get to see Jermaine Clement's wonderful body. He's wearing a cozy.
Yeah.
He's smuggling a budgie, a big fat budgie down there.
He's checking himself out in the mirror to make sure he looks okay in these tiny little Speedos.
And he's sharing a hot tub with Lulu, and he confesses to her, one of those jets is shooting water up the back of my shorts. It's quite a delicious feeling. And Lulu just looks absolutely appalled.
She does.
You
I
would.
just saw her
You
face.
would.
She pulls
Her
this
face is a picture.
I love her hair in this scene. So
It's really
nice.
good. Beverly Luff Linn turns up and he's wearing like one of those 1920s bathing suits.
Yeah.
Where it's an all-in-one and it's got shorts and like a t-shirt striped. He's got his little swimming cap on.
Something like a mermaid
swims
for some reason.
Yeah, he swims like a dolphin, I wrote down. He's like up and down. And then he stands up in the pool and he lets out a very large shout and then leaves.
It's
and
weird
meanwhile,
because he's underwater the entire length. He doesn't come up for air at all.
got fantastic lungs as that man.
Just this entire length.
Yeah.
And Lulu just looks incredibly fucking aroused.
She
as she's
is
watching him.
incredibly aroused.
She's wiggling around. She's wiggling around in a seat. And then he just leaves. So Lulu and Colin then go to the bar.
I love
this.
the growl that he makes after doing it. Goes on for so long.
Oh
It
yeah,
must
it's
be
a
like
very
5
extended
seconds
shout.
long. Or it's like, you know, just goes on and on and on, and then he just leaves. Just that one
just
length.
leaves.
That's all he needed.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You know, that's all you need sometimes. I like the pool area. I think it looks clean. It looks nice.
But that's what I'm saying.
It looks like a nice place to hang out. Honestly,
The whole
Yeah.
hotel, like I know you guys are saying it smells like piss usually, like that style of hotel, but that hotel looks nice. It looks clean. It looks like well kept.
I love hotels that have a very it's quite a small swimming pool, but it's like deep underground. For some reason, I used to love going down I used to like going down stairs and corridors, and it would just be like one sign saying swimming pool, and then you'd go down and there'd be like one sort of like creche area that was just like a small abandoned room filled with children's toys. And you'd go further down and there'd be the swimming
This
pool.
feels like the fucking back rooms.
Yeah.
It feels like there's levels in the back rooms.
I've stayed in a lot of hotels like this.
Bouphe is like, my ideal holiday is a liminal space.
It's gorgeous. I want to go to liminal space for holidays.
Level 8s and level 16 of the back rooms. Just love it. Really dig the vibe of those places.
I do dig the vibe. I think it's great.
Really
so they order some drinks at the bar anyway, and this bar's great. They go to the captain's lounge, okay?
And the barman is a captain, and he's introduced himself as the captain, and he's dressed as a captain.
Yes. It's like this has no. The hotel isn't themed, and the bar isn't themed. It's not themed like some kind of ship or anything. And neither are the drinks, because they order a rumble in the heather for Lulu, and Colin orders a rum and a ramble.
That's their drinks. That's their faves.
All the time in the background, there's a song. The same song plays in the bar over and over again.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Simon, did you recognise the track from anything? I'm wondering.
I didn't. Actually, no. Was that in Greasy Strangler or
no? It was in something else. It was in it was Kenny Everett's show.
What the fuck?
That used to play that song. I thought it was just like a nothing song.
Sounds like a Giorgio Moroder song.
Yeah, it does. It's good though, isn't it? Kenny Everett. I've got to find the song again now, because I know what it is, but. Is it the video show that he did? I'm a big fan of Kenny Everett as well, so
he was an icon. Yeah,
was it the title sequence? No, it was So Unhinged, was that as well? Or maybe he did actually get some. What's the word? Got some inspiration from that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, if he's into a lot of sort of 80s and 90s comedy, then I guess it kind of fits the bill.
So yeah, there's just that one track playing over and over again in the background, which I will remember the name of at some point soon.
Lulu informs Colin that he shouldn't eat the peanuts because they might have poo on them. Yeah,
and then you don't want to get poo in your mouth.
Yeah. So they hand the nuts back to the captain, who then just moves them around his back from one hand to the other hand and just hands the same nuts back to them.
Yeah. He said, I don't want to eat the poo nuts.
We've all done that. If you've worked in hospitality, we've all done that.
Of course.
What, eating poo nuts?
Yeah.
No, when someone has a problem with a meal or a drink, and you just give the same thing back to them.
Oh, I see.
It's too salty. Oh, I don't want. And you take it back. Or it's not cooked enough, and you just send it back. So is this the point where they spot? Beverly and Rodney enter the bar as well.
Yeah,
and Colin takes the initiative to introduce them to, and she says Beverly seems enthralled by Lulu's presence.
She does a very theatrical spin around on the bar stool to reveal herself to Beverly, who then goes to her.
Absolutely. Oh, it's Supernature by Cerrone is the song.
Ah, right, okay.
Supernature. So is this the point where they... I can't remember.
This is when we get the Keith story.
Ah, yes. Yes.
In order to get to know each other a bit better, Lulu asks Colin to tell him all about herself, and he says, it's a very long, very long story. I'll start from the beginning. My dad was called Keith, and his dad was called Keith, and he always loved the name Colin. When he would meet someone for the first time, sometimes he would joke and say that his name was actually Colin, not Keith. And he found out that Colin actually means small dog. And so when I came along, he broke the tradition of calling, the son Keith, and instead called me Colin. And
because he was born with teeth.
Yeah, because I was born with teeth. And Lulu finds it the least interesting story she's ever heard in her life. And she tells Colin this. And in response, he just drags her by the hand and says, let's go and sit down with Beverly and Rodney. And drags them over to sit down.
And they sit down first, and then they ask if they can join afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Rodney informs them that he and Beverly are partners in a platonic union.
And they love each other very much.
And Lulu states that she and Colin are married, to which Beverly responds by going, "Rrrr!"
Yeah, he wasn't too pleased about that news.
No.
And then as Rodney and Colin are kind of chatting, Lulu and Beverly's hands slowly creep towards each other across the tabletop, like they're just about to meet. And then Rodney says, "Are you going to put an earring back in that hole?" As Colin's fiddling with his earlobe, which clearly has a hole in, but no earring. Very strange. Anyway, the magic of the moment is broken.
And Lulu seems angry, and when they leave, she says, because they do leave because Beverly starts groaning and rubbing his tummy. He has a tummy ache.
Tummy trouble, yeah.
And so Lulu seems quite angry with Colin and says, you really should put an earring back in that hole. You should do everything they say.
And
so they go.
In the hotel room, Rodney is like rubbing Beverly's tummy, just rubbing and rubbing it until Beverly finally does a tiny little fart.
Let the devil out.
Just a little fart.
Let the devil out. Come on.
And I wrote down in my notes, I need a Rodney in my life.
Yeah, everybody needs a Rodney, don't they?
Well, Lulu says every girl needs a Colin, right?
Every girl needs a Colin. Every man needs a Rodney. Mm-hmm. And non-binary people can have their pick and choose, honestly.
We get a quick shot of Shane drinking booze and crying, and then sniffing. We see him upstairs sniffing Lulu's panties, and as he's doing so, he discovers the box with all the photos in.
I can't, man.
And the next morning, in the coffee shop, he sees that there's the poster hanging up. The weird bearded man. What was it? He looks like. Who was he? Looks like.
Someone from the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, one of the Doobie Brothers. Is it Michael? Michael McDonald?
Carl says that the weird bearded man put it up that he looks like Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers.
But of course, Shane now recognizes Beverly as the person from the photos with his wife that he just discovered last night. And Lulu's missing, and the money's missing with her. So he's like putting the pieces together. We get this the weird scene with him and Tyrone, presumably Tyrone's house. I don't even know where this is. And he puts his head against Tyrone's head, and he says, "We need to get to the hotel where evening with Beverly, Luff, Linn is happening. We need to get there immediately. Then we have a quick shot of them in the car together with their heads still touching, going immediately. Then it goes back to them in the house immediately. It's very fucking surreal.
You missed quite a funny little aside story again. Tyrone got kicked out by his cousin Brenda.
Oh, God.
And Shane says, "I'm really thrilled that you're dating your cousin Tyrone," and she doesn't love me anymore because I got fat. And Carl says, "Were you always fat?" And he's like, "No." I just like that story. I found that really fucking funny. So they go to the hotel immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah. Tyrone asks to see he asks if he can wait to meet Beverly, Luff, Linn. It is urgent. And he says, "No, but you can wait in the bar." And he says, "Oh, is the captain in his lounge?" And Lawrence says, "No, the captain is not in his lounge."
Very angrily.
Lawrence
love
is a great character.
that character
The
so
receptionist
much.
is Lawrence.
Yeah. He is such a fantastic character.
He's like very theatrical. He's this big man with like long curly hair. He's very polite but theatrical about everything and very welcoming, but very angry that the captain is not in his lounge.
Who is in the captain's lounge?
Hilda?
Hilda. Tyrone downs an entire beer really fast. And then...
Yeah, I could have done without
So that
that.
scene from Ice Cold in Alex at the end, where they drink the beers.
I could have done without this scene, I'll be real with you.
Which scene?
Yeah.
You mean the beautiful lovemaking scene between Tyrone and the barmaid?
The fucking raw
Yes.
dogging is just unnecessary.
The fact that he's fucking Hilda from behind and shouting, "I love cold beer."
Yeah.
And she's replying, "I love cold beer." They're just fucking... She's got a hat on still.
I was so shocked that it just comes out of nowhere.
Well, I was
it's just
watching
a
that
smash
with my
cut.
friend and we're both like, what the fuck? I felt it coming. Like, I knew something weird was going to happen.
Jesus.
I knew it. And
You
then...
felt it coming.
No, I meant I knew he was going to, there was going to be something. There was going to be some sort of weird little romance between him and Hilda. But I did notice there's a lot of... They talk about, like, fat people a lot in this movie. There's, like, some weird fascination with bigger people in this movie.
Or kink.
Adjay does say, like, "Hello, Shane, you're looking fat today,"
why?
and things
What
like
the
this.
fuck? He goes in and he
It's
goes,
great.
hello, Shane, you're looking fat today. It's like, what?
When he's being rude, he's trying to put pressure on Shane to get his fucking money back.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's in the next scene actually as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Adjay reveals that Beverly apparently died because Beverly, of course, was dating Lulu, and Lulu is his sister, so of course he knew Beverly. But Beverly is not dead because he's hosting an evening with Beverly, Luff, Linn. Which is crazy.
He says that man drowned and then screams. Also, I liked so while Shane made Tyrone go to the hotel to stake it out, and obviously Tyrone got distracted by Hilda, and he says, "Where were you last night? I was worried stiff." I like that as a term, worried stiff. So yeah, apparently that man drowned, but he's hosting a night with Beverly, Luff, Linn.
Yeah.
What's this about?
However, the evening has been postponed for 24 hours due to medical emergency, due to the trapped wind, presumably, that Beverly, Luff, Linn is suffering from.
It is awful, his trapped wind. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Only the tiniest farts come out.
I put in my notes because obviously
Feels
we
bad.
don't know why he's grunting, right? We don't know what the hell's going on. So in my notes, I put Frankenstein's monster or just a gassy boy. Because,
He's a gassy boy.
he is a gassy boy, but it's just grunting the whole time. And I'm like, why? Is he saving his voice for whatever this big grand performance is?
I just thought it was a weird film, and so they added this weird thing, and he was never going to speak at any point.
Yeah.
No, I knew he was going to speak eventually, but I knew it was going to be the performance or whatever, but yeah. Very grunty.
Because you don't really know what he's famous for, like what this evening's going to be about or what he's going to do. But Beverly has a bath, and this bath is great. It's like a massive, wide, huge bath.
Painting above the bath.
With a painting of a kitten above the bath.
So fabulous.
Titled Cashmere. Just to help ease that tummy ache. And he writes, before this, he's seen writing a letter. Rodney says, "Oh, you're writing again. That's very good. You should be writing again. You're a good writer." And he hides it, and Rodney takes a nap, in inverted commas. And he takes a nap. So he sneaks out and passes the message on to Lulu via Lawrence. Pool, 1 a.m.
But Rodney's read the message. He's read the letter.
Yeah, he knows. Lulu and Colin then decide to go out on the town a bit, paint the town, as it were.
Paint the town, Colin.
Paint the town, Colin. And you see Shane in the lobby with the wig on still, obviously his disguise.
That fucking wig, oh my god.
And he starts to accost her, gets thrown out.
She calls for security, and this giant man just throws him outside, kicks him in the stomach. And this is when Shane yells out on the floor, "Who the fuck is Beverly Luff Linn?" And I was like, that'd be a great title.
Nobody knows. Colin is wandering around. I can't remember the context, but he's looking in a shop window and he sees
I think he went out to go get snacks because Lulu was having a crisis.
Oh, yeah.
Because the show had been postponed for 24 hours.
Yes, that's exactly it. He says he's going to go get loads of snacks. So.
Can we just skip ahead? They're having the intimate dinner. Lulu and Colin are having this wonderful intimate dinner, and he's wearing the earring now. He's proudly wearing it. And Colin says Lulu wants to get to know Colin better again now that they have this time and they've gotten to know each other, but she still needs to know more details about his life. And he says, "Go deeper if you dare." And then he tells this weird story. And apparently, when he was a little boy, he had trouble doing poopies inside. He would go out into the woods or do it on a rock or dig a little hole and cover it with leaves. He would always just go outside and do his poops. So his grandmother would give him a candy every time he would successfully do a poo in the house. And for each poo, he would get a piece of candy. And one time he got 14 pieces of candy. One time, in one go, 14.
He must shit like a rabbit or something, or a fucking guinea pig, because good lord.
I wonder what Shane's shits are like if it takes him 25 minutes. I mean, it could go either way if he has IBS. And then...
He does say that she died.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
She was hit in the head with a hammer.
Hit in the back of the head with a hammer, yeah.
Like the most interesting part of the story, and it just gets one line. She gets hit at the back of the head with a hammer. Like, that's pretty, what the fuck?
And then he asks if Lulu's attracted to him after this story. About doing poo-poos in the woods.
Oh, it's so awkward. He does say, "Lulu, I may be a great deal younger than you."
She looks really offended.
I love that. And just as the awkwardness reaches its peak and she kind of doesn't really want to respond to whether she likes him, the crabs arrive.
Listen, she's going through a lot. She's, left her husband and...
It's magnificent.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
It's a lot.
Now we have the scene, because Tyrone... He drove off with Shane and he had to go and pick up his mother from the clinic. They're now sitting down eating dinner with his mother, and she's about to reveal what makes Beverly Luff Linn so magical because she has seen him or has met him in the past. And she's got, by the way, this is a man in drag with a mustache.
And makeup on and curlers in, attached to a drip in a wheelchair.
Yeah. And just as she's about to reveal what's so magical about Beverly Luff Linn, she starts choking. And it gets more and more dramatic as like the seconds go by, and she just keeps choking, and it keeps happening. It gets more and more dramatic, and then she makes like a chicken noise as she's choking.
Yeah,
It's so absurd.
It's played by Gil Gex.
No idea.
No.
So we never get an answer as to what makes Beverly Luff Linn so magical. We never hear it.
But Lulu gets the note next.
Yeah.
So,
Lawrence hands her the letter from Beverly. She takes it from him and then slaps Lawrence across the face.
I love that. I love that so much. It just out of nowhere, and Lawrence just takes it. He's like, "Yeah, that's fine." No, and he just walks away.
Yeah.
The fuck.
She hides it so that Colin doesn't see it. And when they get in the hotel room, she sneaks into the bathroom to read it. So, in case you didn't see the very quick shot of the note earlier and pause the film, we don't know what it says. So we're waiting to hear what it says. And luckily we get a voiceover of Beverly Luff Linn reading out the note. That's it. So we don't really know what it says, unless you did pause the film and say it says, meet me at 1 a.m. Etc.
Yeah.
Very funny, that moment.
I do love that, like, Rodney. I might be skipping forward, but I just remembered a scene where Rodney's like crushing a bunch of meds.
Yeah, this is the next scene.
This is the next scene, yeah.
But where the fuck does he find a pestle and mortar from? You know what I mean? Like,
asked the reception.
Did he?
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah. Asked
I
Lawrence.
get the feeling that he does this quite a lot.
Well, that's why I thought he was responsible for whatever the fuck is going on with Beverly. Like, he induces...
He's responsible for Beverly's health, so he brings him all these things to deal with his health issues. Because he suffers from anxiety before performing.
We don't know that at this point. We're not 100% sure.
That's why he has the things, has all these medicines.
Yeah, but I thought he was
stuff.
Causing, the whole, like, keeping them... Like
Munchausen's syndrome by proxy.
Yes, exactly. Well, I think he is, because in skipping past this next bit, he gives him a really big breakfast.
With a steak,
you're going to eat that steak with that egg. You're going to eat that steak with that egg. You're going to eat the toast, and you're going to eat the jam with the toast. It's like he has a massive... and then he gets a tummy ache.
Yeah.
After this, and he goes to the fitness center to work out, and then he gets the tummy ache, you see.
Yeah.
So I think that he's doing this on purpose to delay the show.
Oh, shit,
and to keep him from seeing Lulu, because I think he knows.
This is quite deep, this film, really, isn't it?
I just remembered the pool scene. We'll get to that, but...
Yeah.
Stop skipping ahead! Stop watching the fucking movie!
It's this bit where
fucking relax, Simon! Relax!
You're watching the movie right now and seeing the next scene and commentating on it live.
I said...
That's literally what you're doing, isn't it?
I remember.
I love how she walked off to yell from across the room.
Because I said I remembered something. I wasn't going to say what it was. God.
We missed the bit when Lulu's reading the note in the bathroom. Colin thinks that they're about to have sex, and he's in his pants and he's like slapping his package to get the blood going.
Mm-hmm. Bringing a horse. And
I thought it was very important to note that happened.
Yeah, I wasn't going to skip over it.
Rodney is drugging Beverly for reasons with this stuff he's putting in his Earl Grey. Colin is lying back seductively on the bed, and he's reading a copy of Horse Fun magazine. And he's like stroking his leg. Lulu is not into this at all. And they both go to sleep. And then, obviously, at 1 a.m., she sneaks out to meet Beverly. She's waiting for him at the pool, but who appears in the waters of the pool but Rodney? And how would you describe what he looks like in this scene?
Beautiful, feminine.
I put down he looks like the cover of Leisure by Blur.
Oh, but he's let me Google that. Yes. Yep. That's pretty much spot on. He's got his bathing cap on and his bathing suit, just like Beverly's was, the stripy one. And he's got makeup on. He's got blue eyeshadow painted really high, and above that he's drawn on eyebrows, very thin eyebrows on the top. And he's wearing red lipstick.
The eyebrows are so high up on his forehead. Like, it's astonishing.
Yeah. So obviously this takes Lulu by surprise.
Because she thought she was meeting Beverly, but of course Rodney read the message. He drugged Beverly. He doesn't want Beverly meeting up with Lulu. And he says, no one else will be performing tonight. Show's over. Basically implying to fuck off. Beverly ain't coming to meet her.
Yep.
So she goes back to the hotel room, and then she gets into bed with Colin, and she's the little spoon. Doesn't wake him up. He doesn't know what's happening.
No. Why would he? You know, she's done it. This is a bit where it's like she's confusing him with her actions again, because they wake up together. She got into bed with him and she wrapped his arm around her.
Mixed messages from her.
Yes, because he wakes up and he's very happy to be snuggled up with her, and she wakes up and she's going no, and he's going yes, no, yes. And she kicks the covers off and she says that she's actually having her period, and she needs him to go and buy her tampons and get the ones with. It's an emergency. Get the ones for heavy flow tampons, the ones in the green box. And he rushes out. He gets dressed so fast.
He's, the damsel is in distress. He's the white knight. He's going to save her by buying her tampons.
Yep. But this was just a ruse so that she could write a note to Beverly, Linn.
Oh, this is the scene where you have to pause it to read it because it's so quick. This is the one. Yeah.
I didn't read it.
She's written, so I get up at 1 a.m. to see you alone, finally, and you send your creepy bearded partner. Why, Lulu?
I'm pretty sure that you find that out later. I think somebody reads it out loud.
Yeah, you do.
As she goes to hand that to Lawrence in reception, there's a very strange woman standing there. He calls her a skinny pig or something.
I thought it was skinny long pig, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It might be little pig. But it's Maria Bamford, and she's got these sunglasses on. She looks terrifying. She looks absolutely terrifying.
She is terrifying. She's just harassing this stranger in a hotel lobby.
We don't know who the fuck she is. This woman just appeared out of nowhere and started calling her names.
She makes sure that Lawrence will give it to him. Give the note to Beverly in private, not in front of his bearded assistant. And she slides him money under it. And he says, yep.
That was a waste of money. That was a fucking waste.
Waste of money.
Yeah.
Because they are having their big brekkie. Their big brek. The steak and the eggs and the toast and the jam and the cups of tea. But the manager shows up to speak to them. And he says, I hope you're doing well and we're looking forward to your show. How would you describe the manager?
I say he looks like a corpse. The man looks like a corpse.
Did you like his hair?
He's got like a weird tufty thing at the back, like a
curl.
Yeah, he's got like weird curly.
One curl.
Very strange. The hair is just so odd.
Imagine a very old man, a very tall, skinny man who has like the dentures that seem to have too many teeth because they're all straight. He's got sunken eyes, like the skin around his eyes is so sunken in that his eyes are sort of popping out. He's got a very thin sort of pencil mustache. It looks a bit like a deranged Vincent Price in a way.
Yeah, I kind of get that because his face is very skull-like. Well, he's old, so. And
he gives Beverly the note and he says, I was asked to give you this in private.
Yeah, and fucking Rodney's right there, idiot.
And then leans over to try and read it when he's opening it as well. And he just says, enjoy your meal and leaves. So Beverly's trying to read the note without showing Rodney as well. And he goes to the fitness center where he works out and gets them hips loosened up. And I was thinking at this point, he's obviously sabotaging Beverly's nights by making him eat loads of stuff and then do all this exercise.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all because, I don't know, if anything, all the exercise would help loosen the bowels and pass the wind. But
yeah, but also working out on a full stomach, I don't know. I don't work out and I don't eat. So this is like, there's two things I don't know anything
I don't
about.
think you're supposed to really eat all that heavy food and then go and work out immediately after.
Yeah. What happens next, Simon?
What happens next? Good question.
You know?
Rodney confronts Lulu by the lift, and Lulu ends up like swatting an old man in a wheelchair.
Yes.
The poor guy, not very hard, but still, it must have been a shock to him. Colin storms off, goes outside, and flicks the bird at Beverly, who's exercising in the hotel.
It's very funny.
But then Colin sees the car with two suspicious people in just drive off. He goes back to the hotel room. He tells Lulu about these two weird men. It's Shane and Tyrone. Lulu knows. And then she asks for another massage. And everything's going great. Right up until he tells her that he flicked the bird at Beverly. And this really upsets her for some reason. Not quite sure why.
Well, imagine somebody that you're hanging out with is being very rude to somebody that you really like.
Yeah. I guess.
He does shout after, it was a pleasure to buy you tampons.
Oh my god, he's such a simp.
He is. But she says, would you like to join me for the walk? She's going out for a walk and she says, do you want to join me? Again, mixed messages here.
Yeah, very confusing. She's hot and then she's cold. She's yes, then she's no. She's up, she's down, etc., etc.
Anytime she gets rejected from any sort of level of rejection from Beverly, she goes crawling back to Colin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Typical.
Rodney and Beverly are like grunting at each other as Rodney rubs Beverly's belly. There's
incense and groaning.
Yeah, he's holding this stick of incense under Beverly's nose as they're doing this weird grunting.
Awful. I hate incense in general, but having it that close to your fucking face.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. But he also has smelling salts and things for Beverly. So I think he has he needs those smells. Aromatherapy, maybe.
Needs smells.
And then we get like a couple of little farts. So it's working. The event has been delayed for another 24 hours. They go to inform the manager and check that it's okay. Rodney does anyway. And the manager makes it clear that under no circumstances should there be any more postponements because they've got this hotel filled with people that are desperate to see this evening with Beverly, Luff, Linn, one night only. And now this is going to be the third night. Everyone's going to have to stay. Which you think as a hotel manager, he'd be happy about.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to get bad ratings as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're all fucking oldies. They're not going to be leaving reviews on TripAdvisor, are they? Also, this is probably the 70s or 80s.
Who knows?
Yeah. We have the... Rodney enters a strange hotel room with some banging music coming from inside. And the strange lady in the sunglasses is sitting there. And she says it's her. She reveals that it is Lulu. She was confirming to him that it was Lulu. She absolutely hates Rodney. She can't stand him because she was Beverly's ex-wife who left her for Lulu. She hates Beverly because he is now with she hates Rodney because he is now with Beverly. She hates everyone, basically. She's filled with hate and piss and vinegar.
They talk about Aberdeen.
She does a weird Scottish accent.
She calls him, you fucking bushy bearded cunt.
Cunt! Yeah.
But I can't remember why they were talking about it. It was
because he was doing a degree in Aberdeen or something.
That's where he met.
That's where
Beverly.
they met.
Yeah.
That's where they met. Yeah.
But I also noticed the clocks behind the guy at the front desk. Usually they've got clocks for around the world. They had a clock for Aberdeen, for Edinburgh, Glasgow, and then Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I was like,
what?
So weird.
A lot of Scottish references in this.
So many. And then Beverly opens a curtain as she's leaving the hotel and he sees her.
No, he could sense her even before he looks.
Yeah.
He wakes up. His eyes open wide and he's going, "Arr! Arr!" He knows. And then he looks out the window and he sees his ex.
It's like Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec. He can tell whenever there's a Tammy in the vicinity. He's like, she's here, she's near, and all of his ex-wives are called Tammy or something. I think it's Tammy.
That's great.
Yeah,
I love the name Tammy.
Tammy, very American.
Are we back in Bob's now?
Yeah.
Shane says he found Colin, and he says Ajay should go and get his cash box back. And Ajay's like, well, I knew I should have brought Edwin. That's why I brought Edwin. And he shouts Edwin in.
And then this little gay man comes out.
I don't know how you can tell he's gay.
I don't know. That's strange. I don't know how I picked up on that.
The sort of biker gay man image from the 80s where they're wearing little shorts and knee socks and like a leather baker boy hat.
Oh yeah, the leather cap. Yeah,
the leather cap and like a waistcoat or something.
Those little shorts he's got on. It's just it's spot on. He
asks him if he has a back room, and he says yeah. And they go to the back room. You just hear a punch.
It's so weird. Edwin's like, "Can you take me to your back room?" And you have a lovely back room. And Shane's like, "Oh," and he doesn't question it. Just takes Edwin out the back, where Edwin punches him. Very strange interaction. And Tyrone asked a question. What happened to your face, Shane? Edwin happened to my face, you big fat penis face. Which is a great insult.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Goodness sake.
Colin and Lulu are back at the captain's lounge. And she's upset because, again, there's been another 24-hour delay on this magical evening with Beverly, Luff, Linn. And obviously, Colin just tells the captain it's because she's on a period.
But Colin isn't left alone at the bar. No, there's someone else isn't there?
Gee, who's at the bar?
What's this, sorry? For the captain?
Sorry, the Paulette is at the bar.
Oh my god, the
well, we don't know she's a prostitute straight away.
I love her comment. You've got nice hands.
Yeah, she picks up that he's got lovely hands.
Christ.
As a flattering compliment, sort of like start them talking, I guess.
Yeah.
She's almost 70 years old.
What?
She's a very old lady.
This actress.
She looks good for 70, I guess.
Yeah, she does.
I couldn't tell how. I knew she was older, but I couldn't tell how old. So
yeah, she looks good for her age.
Yeah.
We cut back to just Lulu sitting. She's in the pool. And Beverly enters the pool, but Rodney ushers him away as soon as he sees Lulu. Sag. And Paulette likes Colin.
She loves his little stories about his dad being called Keith, and
it was trying.
It
almost was trying to make us think about him and the possibility of him being with like another woman. You know, like, he's found someone that's
Another love story.
Yeah, another
on.
love story where, you know, the lady is actually really engaged with his, you know, quirky stories. Someone who actually appreciates his stories and, you know.
Did she say, like, fill me up with your stories or something?
Yeah.
You could fill me with your stories all night long.
He's like rubbing his leg.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the next scene, I put down in my notes, G is going to make a help me step bro, I'm stuck joke.
You're not wrong. Literally, look at that.
Fucking called it. I fucking called it.
In caps, she's stuck step bro. Oh my god, she was a prostitute.
Well, he's fucking her from behind, and she's inside a dryer or a washing machine. Yeah. And he finishes, and she pulls her pants up.
He goes in there as well at one point. He's like he puts his head in. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
And she says that'll cost you $50. And that's where we find out she's actually a prostitute.
I couldn't believe it. I was.
He seems shocked as well. He goes back and he tells Lulu.
Immediately confesses to her. It's normally $80 she charges.
But we settled on 35. And he says to himself, I was a virgin and now I'm not.
Oh, God.
Bless him.
Oh, my God.
No. I didn't even hear him say that. Oh.
Holy shit. Pain.
That is pain.
Don't worry, we're getting ready for the event now.
Oh, my God. It's the morning of the big show. An evening with Beverly, Luff, Linn.
And it's a morning with Valerie trying to get everything set up.
Love him. I don't know where the fucking serving entrance is!
I love his little shorts. And
he's a mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got posters around town as well. I don't know if you noticed.
I didn't, actually.
There's like black and white posters of him around town.
Oh, is that what that was?
It looks like a wanted poster of some sort, but it's just him. He wears like blush on his cheeks as well.
For a beautiful
man.
There's a lot of male makeup use in this film. It's lovely.
Yeah, especially the final scene. I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
Gorgeous. Lawrence is yelling at Valerie because can't do anything right.
Hang on, I gotta deal with the fucking.
What?
What?
What? I don't what.
It's got to be something to do with the cat, hasn't it?
It got cut off.
I know. He took his headset off so fast and ran. I've lost my place.
Yeah, I don't
they're getting ready for the event. I thought that was really good dubbing. Lawrence didn't seem like he was.
Oh yeah, there was like some weird what do you call it? Is it ADR? No. Yeah, ADR afterwards.
Like Lawrence didn't seem like he was yelling. His body language was like he was speaking, but he was yelling in the dubbing over the top.
Yeah, I wonder why that was though. It's really confused me.
It's very weird. But we find out about Beverly because finally Lulu opens up about who Beverly Luff Linn is. He was a fantastic poet and he was a professor and they were madly in love and he took her to a bird sanctuary and they had a really nice time there and they went swimming and he swam to a cove where he went beneath the surface and he didn't come up. And she ran back to the hotel with a mutual friend. Cornelius said he drowned or was eaten by sharks. Either way. And I think this is in like Scotland, in Aberdeen, that this is happening.
Yeah, could be.
And she says she only ever told Ajay, but he's not interested unless it's vegan. Yeah. Which I like. Yeah, I understand.
He can't do so much because he's a vegan.
A vegan is really stifling his life. here. He can't follow, he can't chase Colin. He's not interested in anything unless it's vegan. So we learned that about his backstory. He was a poet and a professor, and they were very in love.
Yeah.
And I guess this is why that strange lady was very mad, because he ran off with Lulu, and then he just disappeared. He swam into a cove, but went beneath the surface and didn't come up because she fell behind. She couldn't keep up. He's a very fast swimmer, you see.
Oh, yeah, the swimming.
It's very, the swimming. He tries to ask more, but she won't answer Colin's question. She says, "No, I'm not answering. I'm brushing my hair," but she's just sitting there smoking.
I love that.
I was like, that's a good power play.
So she is in Parks and Recreation, and I don't know if
she is.
Have you ever seen it before?
Yeah, I have.
She's so good at acting bizarre, like all the time. I think a
great role. For
it
her.
is. I think I watched a Hollywood Reporter or something, an interview with all of the actors, and they were like, as soon as we read the script, we were sold. We wanted to be in it immediately. And I think Matt Berry was like, "Oh, I'd seen the Greasy Strangler," so
he
goes, "I'd seen it, and as soon as I heard about this, like I knew immediately I wanted to be in it or something." I was like, "Yeah, that checks out."
Checks out, absolutely. Have you seen Severance?
No, but I've been wanting to. It's the one with the guy who plays Ben in
yeah. He's in Parks and Rec.
He's in Parks and Rec. Yeah. Have you seen all of it? Is it good?
Adam, it's really good. I loved Severance, and Tyrone is in that. The guy that plays Tyrone is in Severance, and he plays quite a big part in it.
Yeah.
So again, there's another little link between characters in a very...
They're all sitcom.
Sort of...
I don't think Severance is a sitcom, but I think a lot of them have been in sitcoms, and...
A lot of them are comedians. Yeah. Like a lot of the actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, the guy called Valerie... DJ Valerie Grills, spelled with a Z.
That's what it was.
Lawrence Doggy.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I remember that now.
So good. So yeah, we find out that Rodney's like getting angry, and he's like, "I know why you brought us to this shitbox dickhole hotel." He's angry just because it's like this is bullshit, and Lulu is getting ready for this. The evening, and she's very, when you're really nervous to go out.
Yeah,
super nervous, and everything has to be perfect, and she wants to get there early to get good seats, but it's not for another hour, and they have an argument. I can't remember what about. I was watching the film and not taking notes at this stage. But he rushes off to get front row seats for her.
Yeah. It's really bigged up. Lulu tells Colin that the event will probably change his life. Like, it's going to be that magical.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is when she looks at herself in the mirror and she whispers, "Happy birthday, Lulu."
Oh.
It's actually her birthday today.
Yeah. And again, I'm thinking, like, did he delay this on purpose? Did Beverly delay this on purpose as like a little Christmas present, birthday present? And everything's sort of ramping up for the event now. And we see Shane, Carl, and Tyrone in their wigs. They're also there. And Shane's obviously still trying to get this cash box back, as well as get Lulu back. And he's got a little pink box. He's holding a pink box.
I was so worried. I was like, oh my God, what's in there? Is it filled with, like, insects? Is he going to, like, ruin the show?
What's going to go on? Tyrone goes around the back entrance to meet the barmaid, Hilda, who lets...
It's not the first time he's gone around the back entrance with the
Hey! And she lets Tyrone into Lulu's room, and they steal the cash box from under the bed. Or in the bathroom. I can't remember where it was at that stage. I think it was under the bed.
Yeah.
And everybody's gathered.
Colin has got front row seats for him and Lulu. Yeah. Everyone is ready for the show. It's finally going to happen, guys. It's finally going to happen. An evening with Beverly, Luff, Linn.
It's going to be magical. The room that they're in is quite small. It's quite a small function room, and the stage is very small. And you'd think for something this magical and life-changing, they'd have a bigger function room for this, with all the hype that it is.
There are like children's nativity plays, so they're like more higher productions than this.
There's a stagehand man. There's a man who's going over the plans with Rodney, and he's got fake spots stuck to his face.
He's got a very red, round nose, and he's very small.
Yeah, this is another just throwaway character.
Very small man.
But yeah, they
not a dwarf, just very small.
No, he's just a little man.
Like Sophie.
Like me, I'm a little man.
Yeah.
So, how does the event play out? It's incredible.
So, the manager kind of introduces the show, and everyone's like so hyped. Rodney takes to the stage. He's dressed in a kind of Scottish regalia, but not quite.
I don't know why all of his, and I don't know if it's ever explained, I guess, but even when they were told that the event is cancelled, or, postponed or whatever, it's just old white people or just old people for some reason. And even like when it's the actual event, if you look at the crowd, it's all old people.
Just old people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the performance does kind of feel like an old white person thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely an old white person thing.
Yeah.
They've got tam o'shanters on. They're in green. They've got green kilts. They look fantastic. They've got glittery makeup on.
They've got 6 weird Village of the Damned children.
In blonde wigs, little blonde wigs, and Scottish attire. And they skip up the aisle.
The big man himself.
The big man himself turns up and sits down. Rodney starts playing the keys. He's sitting in front of a drum with like a very Tim and Eric looking child on it.
Terrifying child.
Which is just, it's scary. Yeah. He plays the keys and the lute, while Beverly taps a little wood block with drumsticks and sings.
So, G-Star Games. What was your reaction to this after it's been hyped up so much?
It was this anticlimax, I guess. Like, it doesn't really amount to much. It's entertaining, but like not in the way that they've bigged it up to be.
They sing these weird folky songs, faux folk, I suppose.
Ticky tock.
Yeah, ticky tock, tick tock tick is the song. It's awful, but
this is
funny.
the first time we hear Beverly Loughlin's speaking voice, like properly, like, he sees Lulu, and he's like, he says how special the ocean is to him, and here's a song about the ocean.
Not at all.
And it's Why Did I Ever Become a Football Referee?
Yeah. Like, what?
Which, fabulous.
Oh my God.
Cracking. I laughed so much at that one. Football
Lulu
referee.
is transfixed. She's almost crying, I think. It's just
she
captivating.
Because he's such a great poet and philosopher, apparently.
I think we only get a couple of quick shots that have Colin in, and he just is not impressed at all. It's just like a musical review show, or however it's pronounced.
I know it. I think it's review.
Yeah.
He breaks character then. And he says, "My name is Edward Summers."
Edmund.
And he speaks yeah, what did I say? Edward.
Yeah.
Sorry. Edmund Summers, and he says that he loved a woman, and he tells Rodney that he loves him, but he's not in love with him, and he's worried that this love of his life will not take him back. And here's a song dedicated to her, and it's My Penny Whistle, played on, I assume is a penny whistle, or some kind of piccolo. It's a very high-pitched flute. But Shane interrupts.
Motherfucker.
The motherfucker, he interrupts. This isn't good enough. You know, he's been sitting there watching this whole time, by the way, with his little pink box, and he interrupts with a cake.
He says, wait a second, that's my wife! And it's her birthday, and I want to give her a fucking cake!
The cake it's a face. I don't understand what it is.
It's very weird. It's like a face, and the single candle in the middle is like the long, thin nose. It's very strange.
It's cute.
Well, it's unnerving, I would say, rather than cute.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind it.
If you gave that to a child, it would cry.
Yeah.
And everything just kicks off.
Does Colin throw the first punch on Shane?
I don't. It's very chaotic. Everyone is punching everyone else and then trying to strangle There's like a conga line of strangling.
Yes.
With 4 people, with like the non-dwarf stage manager in the, at the end.
Like someone's choking someone who is choking someone else who is choking someone else. Which is great.
The show's ruined, basically.
The show is ruined.
This is it.
And in the midst of this, Beverly leaves and Lulu follows. And he explains everything, pretty much. Why he's groaning and stuff. He's so nervous before his shows, he can't speak. And he gets gas. Well, everybody gets gas. And when, on that fateful day when she thought he drowned, he just kept swimming and he went round a corner.
He didn't even really know why. Something was calling to him. And he also he conspired with their mutual friend to fake his own death. In on it.
Yeah.
And paid him off. Like, what a fucking asshole. What an asshole.
He left his wife for Lulu, and then he leaves Lulu just by pretending he died.
For no real good reason.
Just felt like it. It's madness. And Colin is incensed at this. He's really mad because you'd be so lucky to have this woman's love, and he's just wasted it, and he continues to waste it, and Colin is in love with her. And, but then Beverly starts to sing to her, and Lulu joins in.
Something about a Lulu bird.
Lulu bird.
Whatever, yeah.
And then he just leaves. He just shuts the door. That's really sad, because he's not even apologized or anything.
He does say, meine kleine Lou-Bird.
My little Lou-Bird.
And then he says, do you know what it feels like when you simply don't belong? And Colin says, yes. And I'm like, oh my God, Colin, yeah, you do. I feel
Poor
it.
Colin. He runs off as well.
And then we get the best scene in the movie. The scene I rewatched 3 times.
Yeah, it's very good. They go to the captain's lounge. She finds him in the captain's lounge drinking his rum and a ramble. And she says, Edmund was my first love. And he says, well, you can have other loves. And they each order 2 more drinks.
They're double parking.
A rum and a ramble and a rumble in Heather. And then this song, DJ Valerie Grills, with a Z,
God.
He puts a new song on.
Record scratch, new song is put on.
New song. This is a brand new song I've never heard before. In the captain's lounge, and she says she loves this song. Don't you love it? I'm not familiar with it. Yeah, but don't you love it? And it keeps going on with that.
I do love it. It's a great song.
It's a banger.
It's wonderful. It's Words by F.R. David. Maybe you've heard it, maybe you haven't. If you listen to like 80s radio, you might have heard it.
You should hear it. And she starts dancing, and she and I have the same dance style.
Oh my God, it's the worst dancing I've ever seen in my life, and I fucking love it so much. Just waving her arms around.
She danced, and so Colin joins in, but they dance like, kids at a school disco where they just sort of jump up and down and stuff and wave their arms.
It's so good. We have slow motion shots of them doing it, and it's so funny.
And they're lit in bright pink.
It's so
while doing
funny.
this.
It looks so beautiful. And it's also a touching moment because, like, it feels like Lulu, you know, her dreams have been shattered at this point. She gave up her husband to potentially get back with this man, Beverly, and he's just turned her down. And it's okay because she's got music and she's got Colin. And that's a little bit of hope for her.
It cuts to Valerie dancing, sort of. He's sort of like swinging back and forward. And they do kiss, and Valerie claps. And did she say every girl needs a Colin at this point?
It's when they're in the hotel room. They go back to the hotel room.
They go back to the hotel room. Every girl needs a Colin. She gets ready for bed, and he hypes himself up in the mirror, saying, "Now's the time." Oh no, he goes to the bathroom. She's in bed. Says, "Now's the time," and he goes in, and she's in bed, and he just tucks her in.
She's like passed out in bed.
Yeah, he doesn't take advantage. He doesn't push the situation at all. He just tucks her in and gets into bed himself and turns off the light. And she says she loves him, and he says he loves her too.
Aww.
The lights go out, and we go to the credits.
Oh, and that's the end of the... Wait, no. It's not the end of the film, because there's a mid-credit scene.
I love mid-credit scenes.
Like a Marvel movie. I know you love those, Bouphe.
I've seen all of them.
G, did you watch this?
No, I didn't know there was a mid-credit scene.
You turned it off immediately.
It was like me
I
and
knew she
planes,
would.
trains and automobiles.
I knew she would. And that's okay. Not much happens. Rodney and Beverly are about to leave the town. They're in that first gas station where Rodney got din-dins before. I guess he's got breakfast for them now. And
he's got nibbles.
He's got nibbles. Nibbles, Bev! Bev, nibbles! Beverly is unresponsive. He's possibly not breathing. And Rodney panics. Help! Help! We've got a death here! Help! Help! We've got a death scene! But Beverly comes to. He was just like snoozing. And they both laugh and drive off. I just love the fake out. The fake out of Beverly fucking dying. Oh my!
It could have had a completely different feeling of ending, but no.
No. Oh, Jesus Christ. That got me good. Enjoyed that immensely.
Yeah.
So
that is actually the
Bouphe, this was your pick. What are your final thoughts, your summation of everything that you feel about this movie and
about this
the
movie.
rating you give it as well?
Obviously, this was surreal in a completely different way to the surrealness of Neil Breen. Who,
Thank God.
But I think this is a good way to sum up some of my sense of humor. And yes, some of the jokes are very juvenile and stupid, but in a way, it makes it I'm fine with that in this instance. Like the lots of joking about big fat penis head and poo poo, and what was it? Shitbox dickhole hotel, and it's like so full of nothingness and yet so charming and lovely, and yeah, it is one of the best movies to describe my soul. And I gave it 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10? Fucking hell. My God.
Yeah, I really like this film.
Is that the first 10 we've got?
No.
Let me just check.
No? She's given...
Frankenhooker. You gave Frankenhooker 10.
Again, this is a good... it's a good little peephole into my psyche, I suppose. Because, I mean, if you think about it, it was still really well done, wasn't it? The acting was bad, but it was purposefully bad.
Yeah.
The lighting was nice, the shots were good, the scenery was spot on for that weird sort of... You hardly had much going on, but it was very well done. I liked it a lot. The characters were very, very good. What did you think? Simon, we'll do G last.
Okay. Right. I I didn't really know what to expect. I've seen The Greasy Strangler, and I thought that it was a one-of-a-kind movie. I'd never watch anything like it ever again, but then I watched this. And it is nowhere near as grotesque, grim, grimy, filthy, makes you want to take a shower as The Greasy Strangler was. It's a lot more light. It's wholesome, I would say, this film.
I was going to say it's a lot more accessible than The Greasy Strangler.
100%.
I wouldn't recommend watching The Greasy Strangler to people unless I know for certain that they're going to be okay with it.
Yeah. It's almost trigger warnings for Greasy Strangler. You have to give like everyone if you recommend it to them. It's like a fever dream. It's very Twin Peaks-esque. And I was never bored for a single millisecond that I was watching this. I didn't know where it was going. I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen next. It's not like it was always keeping me guessing. I was just along for the ride. I wasn't trying to think about what was going to happen. I was just there experiencing it, and I loved it. The soundtrack is spectacular. I love it. Absolutely love it. So many great actors. The well-known, the names were fantastic. Everyone nailed it. I love the weirdos that were in the previous film, Greasy Strangler. They were wonderful, weird. It throws you off. I thought it was a great movie, and I give it 9 out of 10. Better than Heat.
Yeah. Awesome.
G-Star Games.
Yeah, it it created a Twin Peaks like world where everyone within it has no social skills whatsoever. The sets I thought were fantastic. I did love the sets. I thought they were very
so
detailed and very meticulously designed. I thought the camera work was good. Yeah, like I said, it's absurdist cinema. I think it tailors to a very niche audience.
Yes.
Yeah, like when the beginning started up, it had BFI and Film 4, so I think you could see the British and the US influences within it.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, I love the music. The music was amazing. I love that drony synth like music. It like created atmospheres that were very ominous, even though there was nothing ominous going on, really.
It's very strange that.
Yeah, very misleading. It reminded me of the music you've played it, that Stories Untold or Untold Stories or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking it sounded like It Follows a little bit.
Yes, that's what my friend said as well. He said it sounds like that, but I haven't seen that.
It's good.
Very good music. Sometimes a little loud. It kind of drowned out the dialogue a little bit at times, but
I had to wear headphones to hear the dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah, same. So Beverly was the MacGuffin. He just was there to move the plot along. Basically to get Lulu and Colin to get to know each other better, I suppose. Because, the delays made them spend more time with one another at the hotel. All the characters' behaviors are insanely idiosyncratic. Like, they're just odd and they're random and bizarre at all times. So I guess if I had to compare, like Twin Peaks, it's like Twin Peaks meets Napoleon Dynamite. This is that result. I did find myself forgiving the film a lot because of the actors, because I do think they did like a really good job. Even though it was a shame that Craig Fergus, the guy who plays Beverly?
Robinson.
Yeah, he was underutilized a little bit because he is funny and all he had to do was grunt. But he did a good job at conveying things, even though he had not a lot of like written, like not a lot of dialogue. I liked it. All in all, not exactly my type of film.
No.
but
Not your cup of Earl Grey.
no. Earl Grey. Probably I want to say a 5 for me.
That's very good.
Yeah. It's an okay film for me. There's a lot of things that I do really like about it, but the plot.
It's very outside of your normal sphere of watching, and it's outside of a lot of people's normal sphere of watching.
Yeah.
I think it's, it would be adventurous for me to say that everybody will love this
Like I
film.
said, it's a niche. It's very niche, absurdist cinema that it would appeal to, like that sort of comedy. That's just it's random. It's very you don't know what's going to happen.
I can get why it wouldn't do well in America, but in the UK it probably would have done a lot better.
UK comedy hinges on a lot of awkwardness, which is like why it what I don't know. Yeah, it does work. I do like it. Like the random fucking face slaps. The story from Colin about his name, the shit story. There's just so much random humor. But I do like random humor, but it has to land. And sometimes it doesn't land.
Yeah.
But I think they do a really good, like Matt Berry and all of them do a really good job of making a lot of the random stories land.
I think things land for different people as well. Some people would find this absolutely hilarious all the way through and all the jokes land, and other people would think this is absolutely fucking stupid. Like why this is puerile and ridiculous, and why would they make this into a film?
It upsets me that there will be people out there that get angry watching this film,
Well, let me tell you, there are some people. I was looking on Letterboxd. Alison M gave this 1 star. I saw this solely for Aubrey Plaza, and unfortunately she wasn't able to save this movie. The writer loved to throw in body-shaming buzzwords throughout the whole entire film. It felt vain, shallow, super self-indulgent, and bro-y. If people really talked and acted like this, the planet Earth would have imploded by now. Vegan alert! Disparaging remarks because Ad J only likes vegan things. Vegan alert / points do not count toward the final score of the film. This woman was upset because she didn't understand this kind of comedy. And using vegan and body, saying you look fat today as just a joke, literally just a joke.
Yeah, but some people are very mega sensitive around those kinds of words. You can't say fat, people get very upset. But it's
this poor woman, she wanted to watch an Aubrey Plaza fucking romantic comedy.
There's been many.
She got this.
Yeah, there's been many times where I've watched a film because I've liked a certain an actor in it, and I'm thinking, I like this actor. I'll give this a watch, and it's just bizarre. Up the realm of bizarre.
Steven Seagal. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Ugh, Steven Seagal. Anything is what the fuck is this shit?
Do we have much trivia for this? Because there's not a lot out there.
Nope.
There's pretty much no trivia except that it was filmed in California.
That is actually really surprising. I genuinely would not have guessed that. That does...
Eureka, California.
Sarcasm?
No, seriously. It does not seem like California whatsoever.
It feels cool there. It doesn't feel like Cali. No.
Yeah.
Cali. Sorry.
Cali.
I saw in the credits Michael St. Michaels was in this film, who was Ronnie in the Greasy Strangler, the eponymous Greasy Strangler. Well, one of them, but that's a spoiler. He plays Rupert Rumbini. Who the fuck was he in this film?
I don't know.
Who was that? Who was Rupert Rumbini? When was he in this film?
I'm trying to figure it out.
What? Which character was he?
I never saw. Do you think he was the guy in the wheelchair?
Oh, maybe it was like a cameo. Yeah, possibly.
A tiny little scene. He would have done great in the part of Valerie.
Oh, I was thinking the manager.
He would have done good as the manager as well. But I think in Valerie, the very similar person. to.
Just a weird, loud. Well, I mean, that's a lot of characters in this, actually.
Yeah. Didn't bring a lot in at the box office.
No, but
gee.
it's I did think that it's like when you think of when you go to the movies, you think of like the big, your Transformers, your fucking Avengers,
Popcorn movie.
You're thinking of like the really, really big movies, right? You're not thinking of something like this. I can't imagine this at the cinema.
How much did this make at the box office?
Like 23,000 or something.
$23,515. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it also was on
not a lot.
Is it I don't know. I don't know.
It was thrown on Netflix, so
yeah.
No idea what the budget was. I think a lot of people just
probably filmed in a fucking week.
Guild
honestly.
rates.
To think
it was in a month.
The box office for Greasy Strangler was $45,878.
It made less than that.
It made less.
And this is Aubrey Plaza in it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this was a passion project. They were like, yeah, I love the Greasy Strangler, and the script is really weird, so yeah, fuck it, I
mean, I guess when it comes to marketing this movie, like with Greasy Strangler, it's, sure, you can have it as like a midnight movie, a weird, spooky, well, maybe spooky isn't the right word, but it's not even a horror movie, really, but it kind of is. Do you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. But I would say it was easier to market than this, and this is like, it's hard to even describe this movie to people. But yeah, it fucking bombed at the box office. Did terrible.
Yep.
It's just a terrible shame.
Well, there's also like rentals and stuff that you have to take into account. Like, I guess when it gets bought on, Prime Video or whatever.
It probably
else.
made $2,000 on Amazon, and Netflix bought it for $5,000 probably. Like pennies probably.
Yeah, so it makes me think why do actors do these movies that are not going to have like such a big payday? I guess you can never really tell.
Weird character-based things with directors that they want to work with. And if they find out that other actors are involved and they want to work with that actor, they'll get on board.
I guess, yeah.
It's good to do.
I think it's like
weird,
anything.
Things.
Like if somebody comes to you and offers you something that is more fun than what you'd normally be doing, and it's only a month's work, and you still get paid.
I suppose you're right. More of a fun thing, but then you'd have to be able to like sustain yourself with not like such a big paycheck, right? Because I often think about that kind of stuff when it comes to movies or TV shows, and I know there's like the big stuff going on with the strikes with actors and writers and whatever, but it's like, yeah, how much do they get paid if they're spending all this time, with this movie?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It is.
It's a good thought.
I've always wondered.
Michael St. Michael's is on Instagram, by the way, Simon. He says, I'm a journeyman film actor and all-round curmudgeon.
Oh my God. I'm a curmudgeon.
You are a curmudgeon.
What the fuck? Hashtag Team Curmudgeon.
I thought that film was a pretty interesting thing to put in just to make more people watch it.
I'm so glad.
Fuck you, listeners.
Fuck you, vegans. Fuck you, fat people. I'm so glad you put this on the list. Thank you, Sophie. So I may never have gotten around to watching it.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm so glad G didn't absolutely despise it.
No, I do like these kinds of films. It's just it had a lot going for it, and I think it was just the certain things within the plot that it made it fall short, I guess, for me, even though it did have a lot of good qualities to it. Yeah, I don't know. I did like it though.
It's fair enough.
I did like it.
But if I do have a couple more recommendations. If you've not seen Lemon,
I did read about Lemon.
Lemon is another one of these weird, awkward films, but it's an American one. I really enjoyed that one. It's one that I thought about putting on the list, but again, it's too similar to this one to put it on right now. But Lemon's a good one. And then you've got Rubber and Mandibles by Quentin Dupieux. They're very good. Oh, of course, The Greasy Strangler if you're feeling adventurous. But Napoleon Dynamite is one of those sort of weird, awkward movies, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
it's so... Yeah, it's bizarre. It's such a bizarre film, but everyone loves that film. Like, so many people...
Eraserhead.
Oh, God, Eraserhead.
This is my son.
Weird.
Would this make a good video game? We always ask this.
No. No. Greasy Strangler would.
Oh my God.
Maybe if it was like a fucking... Like the stories untold, like you put in commands. Because they felt... These people felt...
What, a text adventure?
Yeah, like a text adventure. Because they feel like fucking NPCs sometimes. The way that they talk and interact.
Oh my God.
So maybe something like that. But I think I'm just being
I don't think it
influenced by that.
You're being generous.
No, I'm being influenced by that game that I played. The Untold Stories or whatever it's called. But yeah, I don't know. It's a maybe from me.
Sophie, have you replaced this on your list?
I have my other list. You know what I mean? Have you got another? G's got on a second list to put things onto her list as they come on.
Yeah. Are you going to give us options or?
I'm going to roll. We're going to roll for it.
Oh!
Because I've got 10 options, haven't I? And so we're going to roll, and then we roll overall.
We roll and then roll.
We roll rolls. Should we get that dice? Simon, pick up the dice.
I'm picking it up.
They're not over there. They're over on the other side of the table.
They're in my budgie smugglers. Oh.
We'll get them out. Don't keep them there.
Let me just get them out.
They won't roll properly anymore. Oh. Right, I'm going to roll a d10. It's a 3. That's...
What is it?
I don't even know whether I want to put this on the list now.
Oh, no. Go with a 2.
Go with a 2? Oh, okay. This is going to be a weird one. I'm just going to double check that it is available.
Oh my fucking God.
I should have done this before.
What the fuck is this? What are you putting on there?
Okay, Raw Force. It's a group of martial arts students heading to an island that is supposedly home to the ghosts of martial artists who have lost their honor. A Hitler lookalike and his gang are running a female slavery operation on the island as well.
Oh, I know this. Yeah, I know this film.
Okay, so that's added to the list. And
Kung Fu Cannibals is its other name.
Ah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, that'll be a joy. Raw Force.
There's one that's been hovering around my brain for a long time that I might replace something on my list with eventually.
Oh.
Hovering there.
Okay.
I think it's a more accessible G film as well.
Have we changed anything else on our lists? G? Have you...
I don't remember what's...
Moved anything?
No.
We don't remember what's on the fucking list anymore.
Let me remind you, my list has My Fair Lady, Heathers, The Brood, Equilibrium, Krull, and Iron Sky. G has Ocean's 11, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Sea of Love, Alien, The Great Gatsby, and They Live. And Sophie has Labyrinth, The Hidden, Raw Force, Pass Through, Beverly Hills Cop 3, and Cemetery Man. We will roll to see what number on our lists to narrow it down. Roll a d6. 4. It will be Equilibrium, Alien, or Pass Through. Okay, a 1 or a 2 will be Equilibrium. Great film. Great film. A 3 or a 4 will be Alien. Great film. Great film.
Great film.
A 5 or a 6 will be Neil Breen.
I woke Brenda up.
Sophie has won again. We're watching Pass Through by Neil Breen.
Oh, I am making you guys suffer.
The last
I'm so
three
sorry.
movies, right, which we've watched, The Fly gave it 9 out of 10. Jaws gave it 9 out of 10. Evening with Beverly, Luff, Linn gave it 9 out of 10. I'm not going to be giving Pass Through a 9 out of 10.
Are you sure, though?
I'm pretty
Because you
sure.
might.
I'm pretty sure. Fuck! Our second Breen film of Yomp. Pass Through. Guy from Reddit. Pass Through. You got to watch Pass Through. Good luck
What year
finding
is-
it, you fucker.
What year is Pass Through? Hang on.
Go on Neil Breen's website and order the DVD.
Buy the DVD.
Buy the 5-movie box set.
It's 2015. Oh, and it's on
8:15.
YouTube. It's on YouTube. Don't worry about it.
You can find it on YouTube. People would have uploaded it illegally so that Neil Breen doesn't make any money to fund his future endeavours.
They're just trying to stop him.
We do not
Just try and
support
stop him.
piracy of movies.
Unless it's Neil Breen.
Unless it's Neil Breen. And go ahead. Go right ahead.
Did you see that TikTok? All right, where there's people at Cade the Tortured Crossing, and it's the end credits, and they're cheering every time Neil Breen's name comes up. It's like written by Way, edited by Way, and then the other guy. And they're like, oh.
Do they know that the companies with N or B are also him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. These are hardcore Breeners.
Oh my god, there's a name for them. Breeners.
No, I don't know. I just made it up for that.
You
But the
got
fact
me.
that it was believable
You got me.
tells you everything, doesn't it?
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, it's G-Star Games I feel sorriest for.
I feel well. Actually, no. She's had half the picks, and now
We're on a
it's
run.
my turn.
We're on a run of Sophie films.
Let's go. It's my era. What the fuck?
Let's go, girls.
That should be the end of the podcast. Let's
we need
go,
to say,
girls.
what the fuck? Thank you for listening to Yomp. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Immediately.
Immediately.
Hey everyone, it's G. Thank you so much to the executive producers, our Giga Yompers, supporting us over on the Patreon. Thank you so much to Anki13, Luck33, I'm a Robot. Thank you to Native Blood, Lawrence Thibodeau, Sleepy DIJ, Scott5877, Kyle, and Cornelius Vander. Thank you guys so much for your Giga support. If anyone wants to support us and upgrade to a Giga Yomper tier, that'd be amazing. But we appreciate you all very much. Thank you again for supporting. Catch you next time. Bye.